This is Scott Spears, and I'd like to welcome you to another edition of The Exchange, and we've got a big episode this week, because as we were going off the air last week, we taped these on Wednesday night. As our taping was finishing, the whole Jimmy Kimmel thing broke loose as we were driving home. So a lot has happened in the last week that we're going to catch up on here that we have not had a chance to talk about. You know, in the week that since we've been together, Jimmy Kimmel was taken off the air, he's put back on the air.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing, and we're going to get into it. And Glenn Coble and Matt Morgan will be joining us for the second and third segments of the show this week. So don't miss that. Glenn and Matt will be joining us. But it's always a pleasure to be joined by the 40th Treasurer of the United States, Mary Ellen Withrow. Mary Ellen, so excited to be with you. We spent a lot of time together last week at the Little Brown Jug, the 80th.
Yes.
I had a great time.
Oh, I did too. Yes, it's always fun there.
Now, I people have asked me all week, and then I'm going to tell you why I think this has been a thing. But Governor DeWine comes over while we're there last week, does a 20-minute live interview. His wife, Fran, is there. He says some very nice things about you. He said you won the Triple Crown. He said that Ohio was very proud of you. He was proud of you, even though you were of different parties. You could get along. Mm-hmm. And this has brought, I put the pictures online, this has struck an emotion. With people.
Yes.
Now, I want to know why you think it has done that, and I'm going to tell you what my interpretation of this has been.
Well, you know, he's so friendly, and it was such nice things that he said, and that he came to be interviewed with me. I mean, I was just so pleased to have him.
You know, my interpretation of this has been that in these times we've been in, I mean, this is in the midst of Jimmy Kimmel being taken off the air. This is in the midst of the Trump presidency where things are said sometimes that are not so nice. Mm-hmm. This is in the midst of the Charlie Kirk shooting where it's Democrats and Republicans at each other's throats. And I think to see the 70th governor of Ohio, the 40th treasurer of the United States, strong Democrat, strong Republican, sit down and have a conversation and be friendly. He greeted you with a hug.
Yes, he did.
And people like that, and I think it was a moment for people in the midst of all this political turmoil where they went, well, look at these two. They can get along.
Yes, yeah.
I really think that's what it was.
Yes, and everybody should be able to get along, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as I said in a post after that, I said, the things that Mary Ellen and Mike DeWine agree on are probably very few.
Yes.
Politically.
Yes.
But couldn't have been nicer to each other. Couldn't have been friendlier.
Yes, that's right. Well, he has been in politics his whole life. And really, I was in politics my whole life. So, you know, in two different parties. And I have respect for him. Yes.
That's very nice. Mm-hmm. And I do say he came over and he was very effusive. He was not in a hurry. You know, you do those interviews sometimes that people are making. He was not like that.
That's right.
His wife, Fran, stood over at the end of the table, waited the whole time, smiled the whole time. And he did greet you with an embrace.
Yes.
So that's a nice man.
Yes.
Aside from everything people might not agree with that he does. He's a governor, you know, makes a lot of decisions. But that's nice.
Yes.
So
and I so appreciated it.
Yeah.
Really.
So we thank Governor DeWine because that was a good surprise. When I got back the next day, people were the two things I heard about that jug coverage, well, three. People were talking about Roger retiring from calling the jug race. Mm-hmm. But it was that the governor walked into a live program, the sitting governor of Ohio, and that the governor and Mary Ellen, you know, got along. And I said, well, why wouldn't they get along? Mm-hmm. I mean, what's going to... But people, that's what they said. And I thought, well, I'm glad to hear that.
Yes, right.
In the times we're in.
Yeah.
Did you hear back any feedback from that?
Yes. My daughter said you had a nice picture on Facebook. She said it looked really nice. I had a few other remarks at church. Yeah.
People liked it. It was very popular. So we thank Governor DeWine, and it was a great time. What do you make of Roger leaving the jug race, though?
Yes. You know, he seems to be fine with it, though.
He did seem okay.
I thought maybe he'd be really dejected, but you know what got me was when he was telling about falling down on the way over.
Oh, I know. He took a tumble on his way over to us.
Yes.
At 83, yeah.
Yes, and he said, and I know how to fall. And I thought of Norman because Norman was always saying he knew how to fall. And he did.
Yeah. There's something about tucking, Roger was saying.
Tuck and roll.
Tuck and roll.
But boy, it's hard to think of that when you're falling.
When you're going down, it's hard to remember to tuck.
Right.
So, but that's the way it went, and yeah. So we met the new gentleman who's calling, Jason Settlemore.
Yes, he likes to talk.
He certainly does.
Yes.
We'll have no problem getting an interview with him.
That's right.
When the races are over.
Right.
But it was we had a little bit of wait that day, but boy, I'll tell you, once the show got started, we had a show.
Yes, we did. It was a great show.
You know, and truly, it really wouldn't be the same without you, Mary Ellen. We all said that as we were going. It really wouldn't.
Yeah.
Having you there is fun.
Well, you know, I do enjoy it that you invite me to things like that because otherwise I wouldn't be there.
Well, it's always fun. We all love it. And I do think that moment with DeWine was created because you were there. So there you have it.
Good.
There you have it. Now, one thing I want to talk about, you brought in some pictures last week because I asked for some. And I want to talk about one of these pictures because I think, I think time gets in front of people and they forget. But you met Margaret Thatcher. And, we've talked about this. Now, we're going to try to blow this picture up for people, but I'm going to show it as best I can here on camera.
Yeah.
This is you in Margaret Thatcher's office.
Yes.
Now, this is the first Prime Minister female of Great Britain. This woman has had movies made about her. Meryl Streep portrayed her, the Iron Lady, very good movie. You met her in her office.
And you should have heard what she said to me. She knew all about me.
Really?
She talked constantly about me.
Really?
I sat there and listened to my life story. The woman had done her homework.
Well,
yes.
So, but you know what this picture makes me think of?
What?
Now, here are two successful, strong women. Why is Great Britain able to elect a woman and we aren't?
Yes, right.
They did it a long time ago.
Right, they did. And they had a queen.
Yeah.
Which maybe helped. I think that might have helped along the way.
Now, of course, I know you've seen this, but when you see that picture, Mary Ellen, what does it make you think about?
Well, it made me think about how she knew all about me, and she took the pictures off the mantle so that her pictures weren't up there, and I thought that was another kind gesture.
She doesn't look as big as a woman as I thought she would have been.
No, we're about the same size.
Yeah, about the same height. I thought she was taller than that.
No, she does seem to be taller, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not very tall. I'm only 5'2", and she's about 5'3". Yeah.
So what was the circumstance under which you met Margaret Thatcher?
Well, they wanted me to do something in England, and I said I'd do it if I got to meet Margaret Thatcher, the Queen, or the daughter-in-law. Diana. So I got to meet Margaret Thatcher. I didn't get to meet Diana, which was the one I really wanted to meet, but yeah.
She'd have been interesting.
Yes.
And unfortunately, we didn't know at that time, but she was going to leave just a few years later.
That's right. Yeah.
Now, the other picture that was interesting here, now this is you with Governor Celeste, Governor Strickland, and Joyce Beatty.
Yes, we're swearing in Rich Cordray as treasurer, and we're all sitting there waiting to be called upon.
Did you speak that day?
Yeah, I was the main speaker.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah, I was the speaker, and I had just gotten over pneumonia.
Oh.
And I was in bad shape.
Not feeling... Well, you look okay.
I do look okay, but I was not okay.
Not okay that day.
No.
Well, I'll tell you, we got a Dick Celeste story this week, so that's why I brought the... Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've got... You want to go to that? We'll start with that.
Sure.
Let's start with...
You got my... I've got my curiosity up.
I'll tell you, when I heard this, I was kind of surprised, to be honest with you.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I shouldn't have been, but I was a little surprised. Here we go. This week, I want to read this so I get it right. Former Ohio Governor Dick Celeste has officially endorsed Dr. Amy Acton. Yeah, this is what he said in her campaign for governor. I'm endorsing Dr. Amy Acton for the next governor of the great state of Ohio, Celeste said. She is somebody who grew up in a tough life, put herself through school, and saw an opportunity to make a difference in other people's lives by becoming a doctor. Her focus is not going to be on the high and mighty. It's going to be on ordinary Ohioans. And Ohioans want someone who will listen to them and work for them. Real change for Ohio, which is what we need, is something that we can accomplish with her as our governor. I'm so honored to have this incredibly meaningful endorsement, Acton said. I've had the pleasure of getting to know and learn from Governor Celeste and am blessed to call him a mentor and a friend. He has seen under the hood of our state and knows what this moment calls for. Governor Celeste cares deeply about the well-being of all Ohioans, and I am truly grateful he is joining us in the campaign. Now, here's why this surprised me. And Governor Celeste is a very nice man. But, first big name to do this. We don't even know if Tim Ryan's in, which is why Governor Strickland has said he's holding back his endorsement, because he wants to see what both of them have, I think is more or less what Governor Strickland has said. You've said you're not ready to endorse anybody. I was kind of shocked that Dick Celeste jumped in before we knew.
I heard from her.
Oh, now wait a second.
Yes.
Well, here we go.
Yeah, it was day before yesterday. I got a message from her, said she wanted to meet with me. I said, I'd love to meet with you. And she said, we'll try to work out a date when I can do that. I said, well, I'm wide open. And yes, and I havened heard back, but I was very happy to get the message.
So she called you?
Yes.
Oh,
no,
it's one of her people.
She messaged me.
One of her people messaged you.
No, she did it.
Oh, she did it?
Yeah, she did it, yeah.
Well, that's very... Well, maybe now she's trying to round
he might have said something to her.
He might have.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, how do you feel about this now, Mary Ellen?
Yeah, well, I'm anxious to meet with her. Yeah, and,
Tell her to give the media a call. She's not great with that, but, who knows?
So you haven't heard from her?
No.
Maybe I'll say something to her.
Yeah, tell her, we'll have a party. We all can get together and meet with each other.
Right.
She could be listen, I don't know. She might be a very nice lady. I just don't know what's going on with that part of her campaign.
Well, I don't either, yeah.
But are you surprised Governor Celeste endorsed her before we even know if everybody's in or not?
I am a little surprised, but he's evidently made up his mind, yeah.
Well, that's interesting. So you'll get together with Amy Acton and we'll hear what happens there. Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think that's good or bad? Because you've said that you wanted to hear her speak.
I do. Well, I want to hear how she feels about everything.
Right.
What she's going to do as governor. I mean, I want to know if she is thinking along the same lines that I'm thinking of,
What's important for you?
Well, to know how she's going to handle the finances, financial thoughts, and I just want to hear what she has to say, and because I haven't heard her at all.
Yeah. Well, that's the fun. I'm a little of this is jovial that she hasn't contacted the media, but it is strange because Vivek has been on the show, Heather Hill has been on the show. She's really the only one left, and I'm not sure what goes on there with her campaign, but she doesn't do a lot of media in general, and that's a little odd to me.
Yes.
But she's rounding up the endorsements, I guess.
Right.
So we'll see how that all shakes out in the end. Governor Celeste, do you think... I doubt he would take this lightly. I think he would have to really have a decent conversation with her.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Why do you think Strickland's holding out and has said he's holding out?
I don't know. I can't read somebody's mind,
We know he was very close with Tim Ryan. We do know that.
And it's interesting, we don't know about Tim Ryan,
Not yet.
No. And we do know about Tressel, I mean,
That's the other story this week.
I just wondered if my question had anything to do with the answer the next day.
Well, I'll tell you. Now, there's a story in and of itself.
Okay.
Thursday night, we were at the Little Brown Jug, as you've heard, and Governor DeWine came over, and Mary Ellen, during the course of the interview, said, I'm interested in your lieutenant governor.
Yeah.
And he went on to tell about Tressel and how much he liked him.
Yeah.
And the question came up, do you think he's going to run for governor? And he said, I don't think so. And he said how great he thought he was.
Yeah.
Within 12 hours,
yes,
Tressel had said he's not running for governor. This is what he said.
Right.
Despite rumors that Lieutenant Governor Jim Tressel might seek the state's highest office in 2026, Tressel announced Friday he will not be running. In a post on X, Tressel called his term as lieutenant governor the extraordinary honor of a lifetime, but he wants to finish his term without the distraction of an election. This decision leaves billionaire Vivek Ramaswamy, who secured both President Donald Trump and the Ohio Republican Party's endorsement for governor, as the definitive frontrunner for the GOP. My goal is to finish the amazing work started by the DeWine Husted administration, Tressel said. Ohio is winning, and it must continue. So that happened about 12 hours after it came up at the jug.
Yes, right.
You know, I think it did have something to do with that.
I do too.
That's just too coincidental
right.
for that to happen.
Right.
When that came across the wire the next day, I thought, well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, on the whole, how do you make of the news that he's not running?
Well, you know, he said he likes to coach, and I can understand that. Politics is a rough business.
It's a rough business. Well,
coaching would be a rough business too.
Well, you know what I thought here? We had some layers this week with this story, and then Amy Acton getting the endorsement from Celeste, and I thought, I don't think we'll ever know the answer to this, but I thought, I wonder if Celeste was waiting for Tressel's decision before he endorsed anybody.
Oh.
Because I know you had said, you didn't say you would vote for Tressel. No, you did. You said on the air that you...
I did say that I really... Yeah, I would.
You would consider it.
Yes, I was thinking about it. Yeah.
So I wonder if Celeste had that, because this happened Friday, and then all of a sudden Tuesday we get Dick Celeste's endorsement. You know, that timing's a little... I think you might have set the dominoes rolling last week, Marielle. The governor comes over, we get an answer on Tressel. Friday he announces, Tuesday Celeste endorses. Amy Acton maybe she heard you were hanging out with the governor, and she said, I gotta call her.
Yeah, who knows? But I have a feeling that talking to Celeste is the reason that she contacted me.
It could, but I do think the fact that you were on with the governor had some significance.
Yeah, it probably did.
Word gets around now.
Yes, yeah.
And I think, when she was close with, she was DeWine's health secretary.
Yes.
That's the question we would,
how does he feel about her?
That's,
I should ask that question.
I'm telling you, that we talked about that in the car ride home.
Yeah.
And that's one of those, I say, what do I hate in an interview when it's over?
I know. Isn't that disgusting?
Yes, that was the question.
I have so many feelings like that because there's always something I've left out that I should have asked. Yeah.
That night I went home. Do you ever have regrets? That's one of them. There was the governor, and that's not a hard question. What do you make of Amy Acton running for governor? And
that'd have been a great question. What do you make of Amy Acton, and what would he have said?
That's what makes it such a good question. If we can't even predict what he would say,
we don't know.
Because I can't imagine he would trash her. Because
he wouldn't trash her, I don't think.
Because that was his. Yeah. But you also can't imagine he would praise her, because that's not of his party.
No.
And he knew apparently Jim Tressel was not running.
Evidently.
He didn't say the Vivek Ramaswamy at all. He didn't.
No, he didn't. And I don't think a lot of people like that name. I think that name's going to be a problem for people.
Well,
the average Ohio person doesn't like the name Ramaswamy.
No. It's going to be tough in Union County and in Marion County and down there by Cincinnati. Yeah. Those are going to be some tough areas.
Right.
But maybe that's Amy Acton calling.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on with this governor's race now that we know that Tressel is out.
Yeah.
And we know that Acton has got Celeste's endorsement. Acton is reaching out to you. Well, apparently she's starting to do some work.
Mm-hmm.
And the governor's, I don't know. I would have to think in the end that that DeWine would endorse Ramaswamy. I can't see a situation where he wouldn't.
Mm-hmm. I suppose. I don't know.
He might not want to.
I don't know. I have no idea.
He might. I feel bad for DeWine in a way. I think he's in a tough spot.
Yes, he is.
I think he wants to play for his team, and he wants to, but I'm not sure that he agrees a lot with his team right now.
Yeah.
I think he would have loved to have seen Jim Tressel run for governor.
I think that's why I put him in that position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Tressel likes being a coach, and I think he had trouble raising money. I think the Republican Party and Trump and the money was all going to Ramaswamy.
Yeah.
So there was a bit of trouble there for him.
Yeah.
So that's where that is. So how do you see this shaping up now that we pretty well are getting close to knowing who's going to be in this thing? It's going to be Ramaswamy for the Republicans, it looks like. It's going to be Acton, maybe Tim Ryan, we don't know yet. But do you think you would hold off your endorsement until you find out about Tim Ryan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not that it's going to make any difference, but I'm not going to say anything until it's the primary's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So till next May.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he'll get in?
Huh?
Do you think Tim Ryan will get in?
I have no idea. I kind of think he will, but I don't know for sure. I don't know what his thinking is.
It's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of interesting seeing how this is all shaking out. But what a week it was.
Yes.
In gubernatorial politics.
Yes.
Do you think we can elect a woman in Ohio?
Well, I guess we're going to find out again.
The last woman didn't do so well. Nan Whaley.
No, but who knows?
Well, I wonder if people are holding a grudge over the COVID situation.
I don't know.
I think that's also part of the...
Do you think that is?
You gotta win the independents, and I think Ramaswamy's problem is gonna be the name. And I think that her problem is gonna be her gender, unfortunately, and it's also gonna be COVID, because she's very closely associated with that.
Oh, yeah, she is, yeah.
So I don't know. It's going to be a very peculiar race if it ends up being Amy Acton and Vivek, because neither one of them have held office.
Yes, that's right.
So nobody can say they have the experience.
Yeah.
So
Here we go again.
Here we go.
With somebody that hasn't held office, which isn't a good thing.
No, and I'm confused.
Yeah.
Because that was something at least Nan Whaley could say, that she had been mayor.
Yeah.
But Amy Acton can't say that.
No.
And so here we are. How do you get to did you ever think you'd get to a gubernatorial race where both of the candidates, neither one had ever held an office?
I tell you, it goes back to Trump and how he's never held anything, and here he is,
doing his thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? We're going to talk about those things that he's been doing in the next segment when Glenn and Matt join us. But I just look at these two, and what I think is I think, how do you sit down one day and think, I'm going to run for governor? First thing out the door.
Yeah. And, well, I have been listening to Kamala.
She's been out there.
Yes. And she was talking about people that are running that have no experience, and I thought she gave some great interviews. Yeah.
Her new book's out, 107 Days. She was on Rachel Maddow. She was on The View. She's been other places. Yeah. One thing I did hear her say, though, and I think it was during the Rachel Maddow interview, when she was asked if she was going to endorse Mandami, the mayoral candidate in New York, because he considers himself a socialist, she said, yes. She said, you endorse the Democrat. Yeah. I thought that was interesting.
And she also said there's other mayors that are great that are running too, and She said he's not the only one, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And she would not say if she's going to run again.
Yeah, no.
She ducked
didn't.
that question with everybody.
Yeah.
We found some other interesting things out in this book. I haven't read the book, but we found some stuff out in her interviews that I think is even more interesting than her. We did learn that Biden has seen the book.
Yeah.
And that they've talked,
Uh-huh.
and apparently they're still friendly.
That's what she said.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's good. But I thought, how many minutes do we have left in this segment? Do I have time to get this in? How many minutes do we have left in this segment? 4? We can start here, and we'll ask Glenn and Matt about it. I thought one of the most interesting things was she writes in the book what people's responses were to her when she got the nomination, when she said she was going to do this. Now here are the good responses. Hillary Clinton: "We will do whatever we can. We'll jump on a plane. We'll get on Amtrak. I want to be part of your war council." Bill Clinton: "Oh my God, I'm so relieved. Send me anywhere." That's Bill Clinton, isn't it?
I like that.
That's Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Now, the people who you might think would be as nice, here we go. Barack Obama: "Saddle up. Joe did what I hoped he would do, but you have to earn it. Michelle and I are supportive, but not going to put a finger on the scale right now."
You know, I just don't always like what he says.
Yeah, I thought that might be.
Yeah, right.
Let Joe have his moment. Think through timing. That's what he said to her as she announced this. Nancy Pelosi: "I'm so sad about Joe. It's so tragic. My heart is broken.
Oh.
But now it's you. It's important. There's a process. We have such a great bench. We should have some kind of primary, not an anointment." Nancy Pelosi.
Oh.
Yeah. Bernie Sanders: "Please focus on the working class, not just on abortion."
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And maybe the most poignant, Gavin Newsom:
Uh-huh.
"Hiking will call back. He never did."
Oh, really?
Now, he did endorse her hours later, which is noted in the memoir, but she got a message: "Hiking will call back. He never did," she writes.
Good grief.
So, there's people's
Yes,
responses to
right.
Kamala Harris
Yes.
running for president.
Yes.
That's the day.
Yeah.
The day that Joe Biden announced he was out, she called these people. This is the group she called. I think it's interesting she called Bernie Sanders.
Yeah,
You know,
it
he
is.
must have a lot of power in that
He
party.
must have, yeah.
But those were the responses.
Yeah.
The Clintons were right there.
Yes.
But Obama, not so much.
Yeah.
Pelosi, little difficult. Bernie Sanders, I think that's typical Bernie Sanders. Gavin Newsom, that's a...
You know what bothers me? Pelosi could be doing more than what she's doing, even though she's not in that powerful position. But it seems to be doing nothing. Maybe she is, and I don't know it, but you should hear something from her.
Well, you know what I thought was interesting in contrast? Because I always say to people, I really do, I say, when people put Barack Obama and Bill Clinton in the same boat because they're Democrats, that is so wrong.
Oh, yeah.
You could not have, I mean, I think on general issues they agree, but personality,
No.
they are not. I always said Barack Obama seems like a difficult guy to get along with.
That's what I always thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought that.
And Clinton, by his enemies, is loved.
Yes. But Michelle is not, she's loved too. I mean, you know, she's not in the group there, but she should be.
Yeah, you think he might have called her.
Yeah.
Or she might have called her, but she didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, you gotta love, I mean, your former boss there. "Oh my God, I'm so relieved. Send me anywhere."
Yeah.
And Hillary, who you think might have a little, you know, "I was supposed to be the first woman president. We will do whatever we can. We'll jump on a plane. We'll get on Amtrak. I want to be part of your war council."
Right.
No
Yeah.
holdout there.
No, she's got a good heart too. Yeah.
And the other, J.B. Pritzker from Governor. "As governor of Illinois, I'm the convention host. I can't commit."
Yeah.
He did endorse her a day later, but
Did he?
yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. Maybe that's one of the problems in the Democratic Party right now, this list of things. We're going to bring Glenn Coble and Matt Morgan in and get their thoughts on this and a whole lot of other. We haven't even talked about Jimmy Kimmel yet. We got a lot to cover here. Stay with us on The Exchange. We'll be back momentarily.
Hi there.
Governor DeWine, so good to see you. Have a seat here for a second if you can, if you have the time. Yeah, have a seat. Right there's a microphone for you.
Oh, we do.
We've known each other quite a while.
We
That's
do.
right,
We
yeah.
do. And she is she won the Triple Crown, right?
She did. She did. Local, state, and national.
Treasure, and she got the big one.
She certainly did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mary Ellen, what's it like to see Governor DeWine?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's great to come.
I'm glad he came. Yeah.
So yeah, Fran and I are here, and we're having fun, and just wanted to frankly come over and say hi to you.
That's great.
It looks like you're doing well.
Yes, I
Yes.
am.
It's good. Is she betting anything? That's the question.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a bet going to happen later
That's gonna
on.
happen.
There is going to happen for the big jug race.
She's saving it for the big one.
She's saving
Yeah.
it for the big one, the final race today. We're all excited for that.
How about you?
I have not bet yet. I've been asked if you lost any money. I said no, but I haven't won any yet.
Yeah.
You say unless you bet, you can't.
Successful people in life have lived great lives, have had great careers. What is the secret to being a good public servant, a good politician? And what's been the best part, Mary Ellen?
Caring about the people. Yeah.
Yeah. What's been the best part for you?
I think to be a really good public servant, and I'll follow what Marilyn said, you've got to care about people, and you really have to listen to them. You know, it doesn't mean you can always do what they want you to do. You know, people come to you, you couldn't fix every problem. I can't fix every problem. But listening to them, that tells you what they're thinking, and tells you, what you need to get fixed sometimes. You do need some very close.
Hey, this is Scott Spears back here on the Exchange with the 40th Treasurer of the United States, Mary Ellen Withrow, Matt Morgan, and of course our longtime friend, former host here on the station and political candidate in several different elections, Glenn Coble. And we've got a lot to talk about. Mary Ellen and I, were we all we're all very smiley there. Did you wave, Glenn? I waved. All right, good, Glenn. I'm glad you're waving to the people at home. That's good. We've got a lot to talk about. We're going to cover what Mary Ellen and I covered here in the first segment really quick, get Glenn and Matt's opinion, and then move on to other stuff because we haven't even got to Jimmy Kimmel yet. We taped this last Wednesday night, as I said, and it all broke loose after last Wednesday night. So Jimmy Kimmel was suspended, rehired, back on the air in the week that we have not been together here doing this show, so there's a lot to talk about there. But let's start here. Little Brown Jug last Thursday night. Matt was there, Mary Ellen was there, Sean was there, I was there, and during the broadcast, we wanted you there, Glenn. You were busy. The 70th governor of the state of Ohio, Mike DeWine, walks over during the broadcast, as I said, in hour number 1, gives Mary Ellen a hug, sits down, does a 20-minute live interview, says some very nice things about Mary Ellen, answered any question that we asked him, couldn't have been nicer that day. Mary Ellen said how pleased she was by it. A Republican, a Democrat. Matt, you were there for it. What'd you make of it?
Oh, well, I mean, it was nice. I mean, it's always good when a sitting governor walks in on a broadcast, so that's nice. I think it says a lot that he walked in and gave her a big hug. I mean, that's
First thing he did.
Yeah, that's nice. I mean, what more could you ask for as far as that goes? I mean, I think that's probably how it should be.
And I think that's why I've been telling that picture resonated with a lot of people. We've been talking about it on the air. People loved hearing that he walked in because it was unannounced. And when I went to Kroger the next day, people were coming up and saying, wow. First they said, wow, isn't it great to have a governor on the show? And then it was, look at how he and Mary Ellen got to, look at that hug. People like that. It was very, very nice. And I think that's why it resonated in the times that we live in, that here's a Republican and a Democrat, and you know what? They got along just fine. It was absolutely fine. What do you think, Glenn?
I think we need to keep that going.
Wouldn't it be nice?
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not sure it will.
Well, here's the thing of it, is that where did that lead? Well, Mary Ellen asked Governor DeWine during that interview about Jim Tressel. And wouldn't you know it, 12 hours later, Jim Tressel announced that he was not running for governor. and Mike DeWine said in the interview...
See?
See what she pushed it in. And it was...
Good girl.
And Mike DeWine said in that interview, he said, I don't think he's going to run. And the next day, he said he's not going to run. What he said was, Tressel on Friday called his term as lieutenant governor, the extraordinary honor of my lifetime, but he wants to finish his term without the distraction of an election. The decision leaves Vivek Ramaswamy in as the primary Republican. My goal is to help finish the amazing work started by the Dwayne Husted administration, Tressel said. Ohio is winning, and it must continue, so no Tressel for all those people who might have wanted him. What do you think, Matt?
Well, I mean, I think that's unfortunate, I guess, for people who wanted Tressel. I mean, it looks like Vivek Ramaswamy is going to be the nomination as far as the Republican Party goes.
He's the last one.
He was the last one.
What do you think, Glenn?
Wow. I'm not a big fan of Vivek, or whatever his name is.
Vivek.
Yeah, Vivek. I'm sorry.
Are you depressed tonight, Glenn? You seem a little down.
Well, you caught me a little behind the times. I'm just finished eating, and I was thinking, what am I going to talk about tonight? So I was a little.
We're going to talk about Vivek
Well,
and Tressel getting out of the race.
and I think Tressel needed to get out of the race. I think he was going to lose anyway. So I think it's a good thing. But I don't think Vivek's the answer.
Okay. Well,
I think he's going to struggle to have. If I were a Republican, I think I would be concerned about him as my candidate.
Would you?
Yeah, just because. Well, first of all, for the same reason we had concern about Kamala running for president. He's not a Native American. He's has a strange name. Neither one should be any reason why you don't vote for him, but it will be a reason. It won't be a reason for the majority of people, but it'll be a reason for some, and could be a close race.
Vivek is native born.
Is he native born?
Yeah,
Okay.
born-
Family not.
I do believe his parents. So he's second immigration because his parents were first from India.
Yeah, okay.
so as the week rolled along, that was Friday, Tressel got out, and then on Tuesday, we find out a good friend of ours here at the station, certainly a good friend of Mary Ellen's, former Ohio Governor Dick Celeste has officially endorsed Dr. Amy Acton in her campaign for governor. I was shocked by this because Tim Ryan has not announced if he's in or not.
Yeah.
I was surprised that Governor Celeste did this. This is what he said: I'm endorsing Dr. Amy Acton for the next governor of the great state of Ohio. She is somebody who grew up in a tough life, put herself through school, and saw an opportunity to make a difference in other people's lives by becoming a doctor. Her focus is not only going to be on the high and mighty, it's going to be on ordinary Ohioans. Ohioans want someone who will listen to them and work for them. Real change for Ohio, which we need, is something that we can accomplish with her as our governor. Amy Acton replied, I'm so honored to have this incredibly meaningful endorsement. I've had the pleasure of getting to know and learn from Governor Celeste and am blessed to call him a mentor and a friend. He has seen under the hood of our state and knows what this moment calls for. Governor Celeste cares deeply about the well-being of all Ohioans, and I am truly grateful he is joining us in this campaign. Now, why I thought this was strange, he's the first big high-profile person in the political world to endorse her. Mm-hmm. Governor Strickland has went on shows and said, I'm not doing anything until I know if Tim Ryan's in this. So I was shocked that Governor Celeste did this. He's usually a very savvy politician, and maybe this is savvy, but this is a little out of character for him, I think. What do you think, Mary Ellen?
Well, it's hard to know what his thinking is. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Just because it's happening before the primary.
Yes. I think most of us like to wait until after the primary's over before we make endorsements.
Well, I think the problem becomes if she doesn't win the primary, and Tim Ryan's nothing to be laughed at. I mean, he could certainly win a primary. Mm-hmm. Then what do you do if you're Governor Celeste? You say, well, I guess I'll take him.
Well, yes, it puts you in a bad position. Yeah.
And I think that's why I can't get in Governor Strickland's head, but every time he's asked, he says nice things about Dr. Mm-hmm. Acton, mm-hmm. but he will not endorse.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably why. So, Matt, what do you think? Governor Celeste, you've met him, endorses Amy Acton. Ahead of the we don't even know if Tim Ryan's in or not. I mean, that's kind of odd to me as well.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he wanted to. I mean, it looked like everybody else already endorsed Vivek Ramaswamy, but maybe he wanted to avoid the possible issue. I mean, like Mariel. I mean, I don't know. Endorsing even during the primary, I figured you'd want to endorse when there's a candidate. I mean, I don't know. I know people make endorsements during primaries, but I I don't know that's the best way to go about it.
I wonder, and listen, I hate to pick this apart, but I wonder what she said to him, because they can't know each other that well.
No.
And he doesn't even live in the state anymore. And she's...
Well, that's right. He's in Colorado.
He's in Colorado. I mean, he does
I wonder if they were together, if they talked on the phone.
Well, that's it. That's why this is so peculiar. And
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and then she says she's learned a lot. Well, how'd you do that? I mean,
don't
just
know.
watching him?
I don't know.
It's a very strange endorsement, in my opinion. When I saw that, somebody sent that to me, and I thought, wow, that is very strange out of Governor Celeste, I thought. You know him the best, Mary Ellen. What do you think? Think it's an odd thing?
I thought it was odd.
Yeah.
Yes. I have no idea what his thinking is, but anyway.
That's his choice.
Yes.
It's his choice.
Yes.
What do you think, Glenn?
Well, I think, is it pronounced Acton?
I believe so.
Yeah, okay. I think Ms. Acton needs to get a better public relations firm.
Oh, Glenn, let me tell you.
And I'm not volunteering. but as a former PR guy, I really think she's struggling to find her way.
We learned, though, in the first half hour that it's been a busy week for politics. Amy Acton sent a text to Mary Ellen.
Yes, she did, which I was very glad to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is very nice. Mm-hmm. But, as I said, hopefully and she wants to meet with you,
Yes.
that when you guys meet, hopefully you can suggest that's our big worry.
I'll let you know, and you can be there.
That's right. Oh, there we go. Well, there you go. That's a deal, Mary
With your
Ellen.
microphones.
I'll just show up and
Yes.
we'll...
Yeah, and there's Scott.
Yeah, there's Scott. Hey, how about that? Dr. Acton, here we go.
Yes.
I know you've emailed each other, but there's no... listen, you want to be fair to all the candidates, and what this is really about is I don't think we're being fair to her because she won't, but she's not coming on.
She's not fair to you.
Right, so I don't know how to handle this woman at this point.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I think you've been fair. I mean, you've offered her the time. I mean, Vivek came on when you offered him time. So I mean, it's her fault that she doesn't have the equal airtime there.
And I'm just shocked because, honest to goodness, what is she afraid of? What did Glenn go? Glenn, I give you credit there. What immediately did he go to? She's bad with the press.
No, I didn't say that.
Public relations.
She needs better
well, that's
public
part
relations.
of the press is the part of that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
And
part.
I mean, is she not aware of this, that she's bad in the public relations department?
Oh, she's very slow at getting there.
Maybe she doesn't realize, being in charge of COVID like she was, that's a totally different thing than running for governor. Maybe she's got the wrong attitude about this.
And she could be the nicest woman alive, and
that's what we want to know.
And I think that most people in Ohio do give her a lot of credit for how she handled COVID. Mm-hmm. I know she got awards in other states across the country for how she handled it. So that she's handling this so poorly is shocking to me. That's really the only thing here.
Yes,
in my opinion.
Right.
I bet if you asked 99 out of 100 people what her claim to fame was, nobody would even know she was involved with COVID.
Right. I think you're right.
Period.
I mean, I don't know about that.
I think
You're
didn't-
aware of things.
When Amy Acton originally ran for governor, I was actually
here we go. Let's go back to the poll.
I actually took a poll amongst people I knew. It was, I don't remember if it was
a Gallup poll.
I think it was like between like 10 people, so but it was between if people could recognize the name. I think we were doing Frank LaRose and or Amy Acton between name recognition. And most people could tell you that they knew Amy Acton but didn't know why. Most people couldn't tell you who Frank LaRose was. But the people who could tell you where Amy Acton was from, they knew it was COVID. But that was also
I think she's a national name. I really do.
Well, I hope so for her sake.
But I think Vivek's a national name too. He ran for president.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you've got some national... But as we talked about, neither one of them have ever held office. or ever run for office.
Isn't that something?
So there you go.
Yeah.
Guess that's the way to
training people again.
Yeah. We go
Yeah.
back to
Gotta
the
train people.
back to the training wheels, I guess. Now this is something that's interesting. Kamala Harris, she's all over this week, former vice president of the United States. Now the news, her book is out now. It was out Tuesday, 107 Days. We're taping this on Wednesday. And one of the most interesting parts from her book. Now, you got to wonder why she wrote this in the book, first of all. But this is interesting. It's an honest book. We'll say that. We talked about how she talked about Joe Biden. By the way, she did say on some of these interviews that she has talked to Joe Biden since he read the book and that they're still friendly. And so there's that. We'll take her at her word there. But one thing she published in the book, the day that Biden dropped out, she sat down with the phone and called the important people in the Democratic Party that she thought she needed to call. And she said while she did that, she took notes. And she printed the notes in the book. Now, this is interesting. Hillary Clinton. We will do whatever we can. We'll jump on a plane. We'll get on Amtrak. I want to be part of your war council. Bill Clinton. Oh my God, I'm so relieved. Send me anywhere. Barack Obama. Saddle up. Joe did what I hoped he would do, but you have to earn it. Michelle and I are supportive, but not going to put a finger on the scale right now. Let Joe have his moment. Think through timing. Nancy Pelosi. I'm so sad about Joe. It's so tragic. My heart is broken. But now it's you. It's important there's a process. We have a great bench. We should have some kind of primary, not an anointment. Bernie Sanders. Please focus on the working class, not just abortion. Gavin Newsom. Yeah, that's Bernie. Gavin Newsom, by the way, didn't answer the phone. Hiking, will call back. And she notes in the book, he never did. So, there you go.
I watched her interview with, I can't remember.
Rachel Maddow, probably.
Was it?
Or
Yeah, it was.
The View has been,
It
Rachel
was
Maddow
Rachel.
been the big ones.
Yeah, and Rachel's interview with her was very eye-opening, and I thought she had some great answers, and I didn't feel that there was any animosity. There was concern, but I don't think she and Joe had animosity. I think that she just had concern that it was done too fast, and she didn't really have much opportunity. So,
You know, I wondered about Jill because she was so behind Joe to run. And, you know, she's the one that was out campaigning, really, probably.
she kind of forced him into it.
Well,
didn't
wasn't
Well,
wasn't it? Well, what when Joe Biden came on The View after he lost, I believe it was Joy Behar who said she talked to Joe during one of the commercial breaks and said, "How are you and Nancy Pelosi now?" And she said, "We're fine, but it's Jill.
yeah.
That she's an Italian woman
Yeah,
and they've got
yes.
Italian attitudes."
And she's upset.
yeah,
I'll bet she was, yeah.
this Jill, I'll tell you what, she sounds like she could be a case,
Yeah.
the former first lady.
I tell you, you know, I went to that fundraiser in Columbus, and she didn't shake hands with anybody. She was in and gave her speech, and I right out. And it was so abrupt. I mean,
Really?
yes, I mean, at least she should have shook hands
sure,
with
yeah.
people. We were all right almost up against her, you know. And, yeah, I thought, well, darn, you know.
Well, it's interesting because I think also Anna Navarro, who's a political commentator, she's also on The View, I think she said that at one of Kamala Harris's holiday parties, that she went and Kamala was really dressed up and looked really good, and she said, "Wow, you look great tonight." And she said, well, basically, you know, I don't have to stand in the shadow
Yeah.
of Jill.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like this Jill Biden, First Lady, was a little...
She was dressed so well. She had on a green suit, and I thought it was beautiful. And she had on boots that were beautiful.
So she looked well.
She sure did. And her hair was just so, and I thought, boy, she's really did it up right.
But you know what's interesting is that if you look at, this is the First Lady. I mean, we certainly know Michelle Obama. We certainly know Melania Trump. We certainly know Hillary Clinton. We certainly know Laura Bush. Nancy Reagan, Betty Ford, run 'em back, Rosalind Carter. Jackie Kennedy, the Lady Bird, Jill Biden. It's not really in that category, I don't think. I don't think people see her like they see them.
I don't think so either. Yeah.
I think she's the first presidential spouse in a long time that really was not seen as much. I think they almost say that the wives played a big part.
Well, she taught. The rest of them weren't doing something
That's
while
true.
they were first ladies, and she was teaching.
Well, Hillary was. Well, she was working in the...
She was in things right along beside him, though.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, she was right there.
Yeah. So I don't know. Why is that, Glenn? Why is Jill underrated tremendously? Maybe she should be after we see the conversations that went on.
I had never even thought about that, but I went all the way back to the presidents that I remember. I hate to say this, but the last one whose wife was so behind the scenes, I think, was Mimi Eisenhower.
Could be.
And she was
Yeah.
eventually got out there. But
Yeah.
Even
She
Pat
was.
Nixon eventually got
Yeah,
out there. He
Pat
didn't like
Nixon.
the media at all.
Yeah, she didn't know. Neither one of them did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's strange. I mean, do you? I mean, you know Michelle Obama, you know Hillary Clinton, you know Melania.
I was
They're tight.
Well, I mean, I know. Yes, I know.
But do you
all the
know
people.
Jill?
Not really. I mean,
Yeah.
I know the name. I mean, I've seen her on the when Biden was running for president. She was always there at all of his speeches. But beyond that, no.
But I hate to say this. We might have this argument again, but to publish this list, that's a little bit of a... She didn't have to do that. That's a little bit of a knife to these people. Made the Clintons look good, but the other people, it's a little bit of a, here you go.
Well, I think her book was a good idea. I really am glad she put the book out.
Doesn't make Obama look good, and he's probably... He and Pelosi probably on this list. Well, Newsom, it isn't doing him any favors.
Why doesn't it make Obama look good?
I don't think that's a good thing to say.
I mean, quite honestly, that's how I expected most of them to respond.
Well, look,
I mean, that's a very...
But now, wait a second. We've got two presidents here,
that's
and
a
look how
very-
they responded. You got Bill Clinton and you got Barack Obama. Barack Obama, saddle up, Joe. Settle up. Joe did what I hoped he would do, but you have to earn it. Michelle and I are supported, but not going to put a finger on the scale right now. Let's let Joe have his moment. Think through timing. Bill Clinton, oh my God, I'm so relieved, send me anywhere.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, big difference, yeah, but like I said, I mean, they're all different, but like I said, I expected most of them to be like Barack Obama's on. So I feel like that's very, that's very, that's very politician-like. I
Political,
figure.
yeah.
Yeah, but this is a private conversation you're having with a woman who's got 107 days. And
About endorsing her for president, I feel like that's a political conversation. I put on the
Yeah, but that's... So what do you think
politician
Bill
boots
Clinton...
for that
So
one.
what's Bill Clinton doing here? He's saying, go get him. Whatever you need, I'm there for you. That's not what Obama's saying.
Well, I mean,
That
yeah,
would-
you're right. I mean, but
That would have been a good, made you feel good.
Yeah. So...
It's exactly the way I would expect both of those people to reply. Obama has always been very measured and
Reserved.
reserved
Yes,
and
yes,
measured,
yes.
and Clinton just flaps off the end.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't
Well,
think Clinton...
he's always
He'll tell you
Cheerful.
right up. Yeah.
Yeah.
cheerful.
Clinton wants to help you. He wants to make you
Yes.
feel good.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we need. I don't know if I'm calling and I've got 107 days left and the candidate's just gotten out and I'm running against Donald Trump, if I want to hear that from Barack Obama. I mean, there could have been... What is encouraging about that?
No,
Or Nancy
it's not.
Pelosi.
I don't think
It's
she was
not.
trying to encourage. I think she was
No, I'm
trying
saying-
to stay.
I think Nancy Pelosi's statement's pretty good too.
Oh, I don't.
No.
I don't either.
Oh, well, I mean, I feel
It,
bad.
would,
I mean,
it would upset me, I'll tell you.
I feel bad for Joe. I mean, I'll tell you.
Yeah, you can feel bad. I don't mind that.
Rough situation. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, but do you
Now,
want to...
should he have gotten out? Absolutely. Man should have gotten out. But it's a rough
not me.
situation.
That's fine. That's fine. Listen, it's all fine. But what I'm saying is that I don't know that's what you want to hear. But also, it's interesting that she published this because I'm sure none of these people knew that she was going to publish
Well, you
this.
think they should have told her what she wanted to hear? Is that what I'm hearing?
I think if you have 107 days and your candidate is getting out and you're trying to prop him up the best you can and you think it's the most important election of the lifetime, when the lady calls you, who he's given his endorsement to, Biden had already endorsed her. These people knew that. So for them to kind of be reserved, it seems to me that they were more out for their own political being. I mean, Biden had already endorsed her. What's their business?
I think it has something to do more with more like Nancy Pelosi's statement where she said that we should have some kind of primary, not an anointment.
Oh, I think that's fine from Nancy Pelosi. She seems very upset that Joe got out, even though apparently she's the one who went in and bent his fingers back.
Got him out.
I think I think she did what she felt she had to do.
And that's fine. But But Obama, Joe was his vice president. I mean, what kind of answer is that? I mean, I saddle up.
That sounds about like Obama. I'm good on this
that's
one.
right. Being his vice president, he should have been supportive.
Yeah. He seems very dictatorial here.
Yeah.
Let Joe have his moment. Think through timing.
You wonder how they got, I guess they had moments when they were working together that they didn't always agree.
I guess he and Joe did not
they
see
would.
eye to eye.
Yeah.
But no, I've always said, that people who put Bill Clinton and Barack Obama in the same category, that is a big mistake, just because they were Democratic presidents.
Nothing alike.
No, they're not.
And when you look at Bill Clinton, by the way, Bill Clinton won by far bigger margins than Obama did. Obama did not run against the sitting president. Bill Clinton did. And Clinton did work with the other side more and left a surplus. Obama did not. Now, you can like them both, but those are the differences.
He balanced the budget.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a difference between these two men.
Boy, I tell you, I wish somebody balanced the budget.
That'd be nice, wouldn't
Putting a ballroom on the White House.
$200 million.
Yes.
Well, let's talk about, we'll save Jimmy Kimmel for the last segment because that's interesting. How about this? Trump spoke at the UN. And,
I love it.
God almighty.
Wasn't that a trip?
Well, first he gets up and speaks, and he criticized the escalator and the teleprompter for not working. And then he told the people, he said their countries are going to hell, and it's not called global warming anymore, it's climate change, and it's the biggest con job ever perpetrated on the world. Now, what do you think the simultaneous interpretation was?
I wonder what Al Gore thought about that statement.
Oh, and by the way, now this is interesting though. The man, I'll tell you, he's kind of out there. On Tuesday, Trump tweeted, now get this, NATO should protect Ukraine. Ukraine should take back all its territory.
Where did that
and
come from?
Russia is a paper tiger.
Russia is a paper tiger. He's not wrong about that.
Yeah, but
Yeah, he says those things, but where does he really feel?
Yeah.
well, we know he wants the Nobel
Yeah.
Peace Prize,
Yeah.
and I think
Well, I
that's.
don't think that calling for NATO to step in and make it a global thing is really global peace prize material, and
I'd just love to see the head of Bangladesh sitting out there hearing your country's going to hell.
Oh, that's always nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought about the people in the audience listening to that. I thought, I wonder what they really think.
Oh,
You know?
I listened to. I mean, I didn't listen to the full speech, but I listened to some clips of things he said, and I'll give the people in the audience some credit. Like some of the things he was talking about, like I would have had to just laugh. Like he said, the line was something along the lines of the only thing the UN's given me is a broken escalator, and nobody in the audience did anything. But honestly, like. The man's just goofing up there.
I'm telling you, that's why him hosting the Kennedy Center is going to be an interesting program, because he does do that. So, Glenn, what'd you make of that speech?
Well, if he's the chosen one, whoever's choosing didn't agree. He stopped the escalator immediately.
As soon as he got on.
Yeah, it did. And I laughed and laughed and laughed when that happened. And then he turns around and looks at his wife like she's supposed to start it up.
Well, I thought the man didn't like people who use teleprompters, and all of a sudden he's angry his teleprompter's not working.
He uses them all the time. So.
Well, I don't think he was using it very much for that speech.
No, they went out.
Yeah.
That's what I
Well,
heard.
but he was just rambling.
Yeah.
I'd love to know who the guy was who was programming that
They
teleprompter.
said it was the White House.
That's what I heard. I
Yeah,
heard that it was his own
they said
people.
that.
He doesn't have a job anymore.
No, I
No,
bet
that's
he's out
probably
there.
right.
I
Well-
think they were just trying to save him from from going up there.
And this is Trump, honestly. Clearly, he's done some things that are questionable. But,
you think?
what I'm saying, didn't we all want him to save Ukraine? Didn't we all say he was going to put them out to dry? Didn't we all say that, this was going to be worst thing for them? Well, I mean...
Why did he do this out of clear blue sky?
Well, we don't know.
Yeah, that's the problem.
think
That
about-
probably means he was lying.
Probably was. Yeah.
Lying about this or lying about...
Well, that whole business.
Everything.
Yeah.
Well, it could be. I don't know.
Everything.
All I know is the person running that escalator and teleprompter, they don't have a job anymore. They're in trouble. But
He
you
might
know...
be dead.
Well, I hope not. I hope they're not going on to their reward. Well, we haven't talked about Jimmy Kimmel. We're going to get to that in our third segment today. But I guess the wrap up on this essentially is Amy Acton hopefully will do more publicity. Jim Tressel is done as a political candidate. He's going to finish out his term as lieutenant governor. We thank Mike DeWine for stopping by at the Little Brown Jug. Trump is supporting Ukraine as of this taping. We don't know as we go on down the road. And the speech at the UN was certainly something to behold, I guess, if you were there. You know, Mary Ellen, I'm sure you've been to the UN.
Yes, I have.
What do you make of a speech like that being given by the president?
Oh, it's so embarrassing. Oh, it's awful. I couldn't believe.
Do you think anybody catches him as he's going off the stage and says...
I wonder the people that were standing up there with him, how they felt. I'd be embarrassed to death. Yeah.
You've been waiting for Jimmy Kimmel, you've been waiting for the conversation, and we're going to have it when we come back after this short but important break. Scott Spears here with WGH Radio, the 40th President of the United States, Mary Ellen Withrow, Matt Morgan, and the voice himself, Roger Houston. Little Brown Jug number 80, what fun it has been. It's great. Mary Ellen, what kind of time was this for you?
Oh, it was great.
Matt, what was it like?
Oh, it was great. You know, didn't do as well on the bets as I did last year, but you know what? It always works that way sometimes.
You did okay. Roger, this was the first year you did not call the big jug race. What are your memories of the 80th Little Brown Jug?
The streak comes to an end.
And sign us off, Roger.
Join us next time somewhere. And if you're ever near a county fair in the Buckeye State, be there!
And we're back here on the exchange, and only if you knew what we talked about during the breaks. That'll be a whole nother book 1,000 years from now, what goes on during the breaks here. So if you ever wonder why we're smiling when we come back, you're never going to know. It just goes to the grave with everybody here. We're never going to say. 40th President of the United States, Mary Ellen Withrow, Matt Morgan, Glenn Coble here. Well, here it is. Let's go to Jimmy Kimmel.
For the right amount of money, I'll tell you what happened.
No, Glenn, no.
I think it's $50,000.
Okay, well, we'll split it 4 ways. All right. Fans of Jimmy Kimmel were upset when he was pulled from the network on September the 15th for comments about conservative commentator Charlie Kirk. Just to be clear, here's what he said. We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. That's what he said. That's it. Brendan Carr, head of the FCC, did not like it, felt the comment was bad, and the quote from him on September 17th was, "We can do this the easy way or the hard way," with Jimmy Kimmel. And that night, September 17th, the night we taped this show, we did not know this story had happened till we all got home that night. Jimmy Kimmel had been pulled. He was off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. He returned last night. Tuesday night. We're taping this on Wednesday. And he didn't hold back in his return. No. The comedian passionately defended free speech and slammed President Donald Trump in a monologue on September 23rd as he returned to the air for the first time since being suspended over his comments. His suspension came after the chairman of the FCC pressured ABC to take action, and Trump celebrated Kimmel being pulled off the air. In his returning monologue, Kimmel played a clip of Trump claiming that he was fired because he has no ratings. Kimmel said, "Well, I do tonight," he shot back, drawing cheers from his audience. "You almost have to feel sorry for him. He tried his best to cancel me. Instead, he forced millions of people to watch the show. That backfired bigly. He might have to release the Epstein files now to distract from all this." So he came back swinging at Trump. He apologized, though, for his comments about Charlie Kirk, which you heard.
Yeah.
He said if they were in bad taste, I'm sorry about that. He did tear up. He did say Trump was coming after free speech. And by the way, he praised Erica Kirk, Charlie Kirk's widow, and he teared up over this, at the funeral over the weekend, saying she forgave the man who killed her husband. So, a lot of people liked the monologue, and I haven't seen Kimmel's ratings, but I'm sure there was a big spike in them last night. So here we are, taken off FCC director doing this, pressure on, and he did say he felt bad for his company, Disney, because they might face some consequence for putting him back on. And by the way, he is not back on in our area because Sinclair will not put him back on yet. We'll see what happens as time goes on. Mary Ellen, what did you make of this whole story? A lot happened in the last 7 days.
Oh, I really like Jimmy Kimmel, and I watched him. I watched the tape this morning, and I thought he did a beautiful job coming back. Yeah.
Did a 23-minute monologue, I think, and I think he hit all the points
Yes, he
that needed
did.
to be hit.
Yeah, and he was very sincere, I think, in everything he said.
Did you ever think there'd be a day where the FCC chairman, I'll never forget that quote, "We can do this the easy way or the hard way."
Doesn't that sound terrible?
It does.
It sounds like a John Wayne movie
Yes,
or
sounds
something.
like a threat. Yeah.
And definitely, I think there was
Yeah.
a threat going on there.
Yeah.
Well, Matt, what'd you think? We talked before the election. You didn't think there'd be any assault on any of our, I guess, pillars in this democracy. Oh, and I want to make sure to say, Jimmy Kimmel did by name point out that Mitch McConnell supported him, Ted Cruz supported him.
Yes.
A lot of people did who were of the Republican mindset. And I'm sorry, I don't have their names written down, but I know those were two big ones.
Yeah.
Well, by the way, if you haven't seen them, don't you have to finish this one first, okay? But after you finish this, go
Don't
and look
change the
up,
channel yet.
yeah. After you finish this, go look up and watch the Jimmy Kimmel thing. It's worth watching. But
And I'm not a fan of Jimmy Kimmel. I honestly have never seen a full show, but he made me watch last night
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I
was
even
big.
watched Stephen Colbert, or I think it was clips from Colbert's show. But I watched Stephen Colbert's part of it, and he thanked the audience because there's a live audience, and he thanked everybody who was there, and then he thanked the people at home watching. He said he was pretty sure it was just his wife because everybody else was just watching Jimmy Kimmel.
yeah, I thought that was very classy on Colbert's part to say we know everybody's watching Jimmy Kimmel tonight, and that's good. That's okay. So, Glenn, what do you think?
I was absolutely flabbergasted when they announced that they were going to pull him. And having been in radio for a lot of years and having been very involved in the rules and regulations, I went back and I read what the statement that Kimmel made was. And I could not find, I read it more than once, and I could not find anything in that statement that would be negative FCC. There was nothing in there.
No.
That was that would have gotten me fired when I was back doing radio, and it just made me. I'm not a big fan, as you all know. I'm not a big fan of the current administration, but it made me angrier than I had ever been toward this administration.
Well, it's interesting because I said I've had some run-ins with the FCCs over the years,
Yeah.
and they showed up to the office one time. They were nice though.
Oh yeah, they're always nice when they show up.
They're very nice. They flashed their badges and did their thing. But it used to be that the FCC's main concern was vulgarity.
Yeah.
That it was profanity, words you shouldn't say on television, and situations you shouldn't talk about. But now it seems that they care what your political leanings are and what your rhetoric is.
And that was even hard. I tried to add that to it while I was listening to the what he said, and it wasn't even that political. It was pretty vague all the way across the board. I just had no idea why in the world they. Well, yes, I know the reason I believe is because Mr. Trump wanted to get rid of him no matter what, and this is what he was going to do.
Right.
But he didn't.
No, not yet.
Well, so does this mean Disney is bigger than Donald Trump?
Oh, absolutely. Disney. Look, now, look. I won't.
They pulled him, though. You got to wonder here. They pulled him,
Now,
but under pressure, they.
in my opinion, Disney is an evil corporation. Okay, I won't lie to you there. But also, in my opinion, Disney is one of the biggest corporations on the planet. I think if Disney wanted to, they could fight the FCC on just about anything. I mean, I don't know that they'll win, but I'm sure they could certainly fight it. I mean,
Well, I'm sure
they're giant.
I'm sure ultimately Disney is losing money on this now because Sinclair, who owns a lot of the ABC network stations,
Including
like
our local
like
one.
ours, WSYX, is not putting him back on. And so they're losing money there. I mean, they're having to turn it over to the local stations where it is network controlled when they have Kimmel on. And it's also interesting, and I know what The View said. I try to pay attention because I think they do a lot.
Say?
Well, The View's on ABC. And they were live the next day after this happened, and they didn't say a word about it.
That's right, yeah.
And then they tried to come back on Monday, and Whoopi tried to say, listen, I know you guys are after us because you're saying we're not saying anything about Jimmy Kimmel, but we wanted to give him time to sort it out and so on and so forth. But by that point, they'd already announced they were putting him back on.
Yeah.
Now, when did The View ever wait to talk about a story?
Yeah.
And then she tried to give some, Friday was on tape or something like that. Listen, I think they were on ABC. I think they didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, and I don't think they wanted to talk about it
Yeah.
because if Joy Behar or Whoopi had said something,
okay.
I think it would have went badly.
The skit makes so much more sense now.
The skit.
Yeah, the Jimmy Kimmel skit. So in the Jimmy Kimmel skit, he says that he has a.
Oh yeah, Robert De Niro was playing the head of the FCC.
Yeah.
That was good.
Because he says that he had a call with Brendan Carr, the head of the FCC, and then he was instead it was him. I don't know his name.
Robert De Niro.
Yeah, Robert De Niro, and then he and then when the video picks up, it's him threatening Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah. Well, I mean, The View's live,
That's
and
funny.
so they can say what they want to say, but they're on ABC, and I'm sure Disney was looking at them, and I'm sure there's nobody can tell me that a memo didn't come down to The View producers that said, don't bring that up.
Yeah.
I mean, Mary Ellen, you're a fan of The View, but don't you think that happened?
Absolutely.
Yeah. and they went right along with it and
Yes.
said, we'll hold off until we
Yeah.
know what's going to go, where this is going
Right.
to go, then we'll talk about it.
Right.
Well, I watch both Kimmel and Colbert on YouTube, their monologues, every day or every evening. And so if you really want to hear what Kimmel is saying, go to YouTube and you can at least watch his monologues.
But didn't it make you feel good to some degree that Ted Cruz, who's about as Republican as
Shocked
you're going to
me.
get, Mitch McConnell,
Yeah.
they did not agree with this, and they
Right.
were willing to go on the record and say they did not agree with this.
Right.
I hope that's a crack in the wall. Not that
I
they're
keep
being
looking
weak.
for it, but
Yeah.
I hope so.
Well, you know what? The fact that he came back in 6 days said something to me. I mean, they didn't keep
Yeah.
him off long.
No.
It wasn't
Yeah.
even a week. And Trump, I'm sure, is angry, but what's he going to do?
Quit, maybe.
Talking about Tylenol.
Oh, yes.
yes,
Don't take
there's
Tylenol if you're pregnant.
Yeah, right.
What do you make of that, Mary Ellen?
I think it's so crazy. Yes.
Watching him try to pronounce acetaminophen was an interesting moment.
How do you say that?
You
Yeah.
said it. You said
Oh,
it really
that is
well there.
hilarious.
He got stopped about halfway through.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
not even halfway through. He said,
Yeah.
he said, let's see how you say that.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know. I mean, it's not. I mean,
There's
that's
RFK head of the
the
health
most
department.
common drug I think taken.
And his joke about RFK being darker skinned than he was, or somebody made a joke about that. He's got really,
that one.
he's really got a tan or
Yes, he
something.
is
What's
dark.
he done? Yeah.
Plays golf all the time.
Does he?
That's all they do in this.
I mean, are any of these people doctors? I mean, is there a doctor left in the health department?
Yeah, there's doctors in the Congress that are speaking up.
Oh yeah, there
See,
are.
now this again is where I think there's a missed opportunity for Amy Acton. She's a doctor.
Well, yeah.
Why isn't she talking about this? It's main news every day. It's women's health. You think she'd be out there doing this? But I don't understand. She's talking about the Epstein files.
Because she needs a PR director.
Oh,
Why would a doctor run for governor?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that bothers me too.
You make more money as a doctor than
Yes,
you do as
I
a
would
governor.
think. I'd think. Well, maybe she thinks she can do more good.
Maybe so.
As a governor.
Hope so.
Yeah.
Well, that's what there's something about her. I find her fascinating. I mean, I want to know about this homelessness when she was a child and growing up in poverty, and what's her split with DeWine all about, and what's this, why do you want to be the governor? You've never held anything.
She ever talks to anybody?
No, I don't understand her. She's a complicated person in a lot of ways. It's interesting. But there it is. So Kimmel's back, but we've got to protect free speech.
It's
Are you
been
playing with the
It's so
been driving me
pretty.
crazy for.
The flowers are the most important thing on this show at
Well,
this point.
they keep getting closer and closer.
I saw that. I thought, boy, I hope somebody grabs that because I'm not going to lunge for it.
Yeah, I've seen Mary Ellen save them now.
Mary Ellen
Three
saved it a
times.
few times.
I've got my eye on him.
They can have a drinking game at home while they want. Every time Mary Ellen grabs the pot and pulls it black, they can do what they want to do. Okay, well, this didn't get a whole lot of press, but I thought it was interesting because it happened here in Ohio. Ashland County Sheriff Kirk Snyder said an investigation is underway after buttons that contain comments about President Trump, such as, "Is he dead yet?" and "One day we will wake up to his obituary," were on display at the Ashland County, with the Ashland County Democrats booth at the Ashland County Fair on Thursday. "I will be contacting the U.S. Secret Service tomorrow," Sheriff Schneider told Fox 8 I-Team. "Violence shouldn't be tolerated in any way, in any venue, in any jurisdiction in the United States, and it certainly won't be tolerated here in Ashland County." According to an online post from the Ashland County Fair, the Democratic Party was asked to pack up the booth. The post said the group will not be back for the remainder of the fair, which was last week. The I-Team reached out to the Ashland County Democrats, and a woman answering the phone identified herself as the chair of the organization and said she told the network that she wants to talk to her attorney before commenting. So here we go. Glenn, what do you think?
Well, I do have a button that I believe came from that area.
Oh, watch out, Glenn. Don't say which button it is.
It just says impeach him.
Impeach, okay.
Impeach him. And I had a lot of people ask. I was wearing that at one of the rallies that we were involved. I did have a lot of people ask me, "Well, don't you need to say who him is?" No, but yeah, they went a little over the top on some of those buttons. Not this one. I wouldn't.
I heard this Friday, and I heard this Friday. It was on one of our shows as a story, and I had not heard about it. And I said, "Well, that's illegal. You can't do that about a president. You can't say, 'Is he dead yet?' You can't say, 'One day we'll wake up to his obituary.'"
That
Things-
I think you can ask if he's dead yet or not,
There's,
I don't know.
as long as you're not implying that somebody should kill him.
Well, the guy that tried to kill him tried to kill himself with a pen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that-
he
is
tried
that right?
to jab his neck with the fountain pen.
I didn't realize that.
Well, they were announcing that on the news today.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just can't imagine that any party would display a button like that at a
well, I
fair.
mean,
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed.
it
in
doesn't really surprise me. I mean, I've seen a lot. I mean, it's the why I think it has to do with the social media age.
But don't they understand the laws?
After
No.
like one of the ones I can remember just because it's easy was like after the I think the 250th birthday of the Army, I think it was the parade. I saw a post on social media that said something along the lines of, "We've seen the big beautiful bill, we've seen the big beautiful parade, and now when's the big beautiful funeral?"
That might be over the top.
Yeah, that's a little.
So like, it's not really all that surprising to me. I mean, you see things like it all over the internet.
I don't know, Mary Ellen. What do you think?
About what?
Those buttons.
I wouldn't recommend
Well,
it.
but I don't know. Buttons are buttons.
My favorite is I Like Ike.
Well, see, there you go.
I still have one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I run across. We got a big container of buttons. Yeah.
You know, we talked recently, Mary Ellen, and you said one of your first memories of politics is you wearing buttons to school that
Yes.
your father had brought back.
Right. I was wearing Roosevelt buttons and being threatened with the people pushing
Really?
my eyes out. Yeah. Hmm.
Yikes.
Yes.
Now, we'll do a quick news story here, and then we'll go for a fun story to wrap up. Kamala Harris reveals in her new book, Another Thing, that Tim Walz was not her first choice for vice president. It was Pete Buttigieg,
Yeah.
but she did not think that the country would take an African-American
She was
woman
absolutely
and a
right.
gay man.
That's right. I agree with that.
I mean, all you have
Well-
to lose is about 1 or 2% of the or the vote, and
Yeah.
you lose the election. So, I think she was smart, and she actually said she really likes him, and
I think she should have had Shapiro though instead of Walz.
I think Shapiro was
I think.
better.
I thought Waltz did a good job though.
I I don't think he did.
No.
No.
I don't think he did.
Certainly wasn't good in the debate.
I heard a lot of criticism of him. He was a good person,
That's what I thought.
but he was kind of nutty. Yeah.
And you know, but Pete Buttigieg, I hate to say this, is not necessarily likable. You know, if you see him in interviews, you've got to have a likability factor.
Yes, smile a little more.
Yeah.
He doesn't smile.
He doesn't smile,
No.
and he's not very jovial. He just, I don't know. I think that would have. Somebody told me he has a 0 popularity approval with African Americans. 0.
Oh, really?
I sure
Yeah.
can't believe that.
No,
It's pretty low.
that's low.
Well, we're
That's
both
in
from
the
South Bend, Indiana, so
Oh, really?
and I went to high school. My first high school was 33% black, so
in
he
Indiana?
sure, yeah.
Really?
In South Bend Central was 30
Yeah.
some percent black, yeah. And he was not the same age as me, but South Bend Central was still around when he was a little guy.
You know, I don't think Kamala Harris is going to have any friends left. Because she said things about Biden, she said things about Obama, she said things about Pelosi, she said things about walls.
I'll be her friend.
Yeah, but you know,
I'm her friend. I liked her answers.
well, I will tell you though, as I watched these interviews, and I did watch them, I thought she did not come off particularly likable. I think she came off.
She was serious. She was.
Well, serious is fine, but I do think, you know, people like a Bill Clinton. They like a likable person, the guy you could invite over for a cookout.
Now-
And I think sometimes she does not come off particularly likable.
I won't lie to you. I mean, now I'll
Oh,
probably.
please lie to us.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
I'm waiting to hear.
Yeah,
what
let's hear
they
it
say.
goes.
No, I have to.
Not like one of these buttons, is it, from Ashland County?
No. I'll probably have to go back and watch an old Bill Clinton speech, but like
Oh,
I
don't.
watched
Go
I
ahead.
watched the speech at the national the DNC, and I really wasn't all that big on it.
Oh, you had to know him. You didn't know him.
That wasn't a Bill
Uh,
Clinton speech.
No, his throat is a problem. I mean, his
Oh, yeah?
speaking.
When they put him on in the
he
afternoon.
has to swallow every other word in order to keep his voice going. Yeah, the guy was a terrific speaker. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think sometimes in these interviews she does come off a little rough.
Who?
But Kamala.
Hillary?
Oh,
Yeah, no, not Hillary. Hillary I always thought came off fairly good.
I thought all her interviews yesterday and the day before were all very good.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think they were good interviews. I don't think she could get the nomination for president.
Again.
Yeah.
Well, that could be.
You think she's planning on running for anything again?
Yes, I think that's why you put something in your book like Gavin Newsom doesn't call you back. I think that's why you don't answer the question when they ask it to you with a definite no.
Okay.
I think that's why you attack Joe Biden and you
mean-
say I do have differences with him.
I don't know. I figure if I was going to run for office again, I wouldn't attack all these people to begin with. I figure these are some people I might need when I run for office again.
I didn't find her as attacking Clinton. I
Not
found,
Clinton.
Or not Clinton, Biden. I found her as trying to be forthright.
Yes. I didn't think it was attacking him either. I thought she answered things very well.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But I think it must have come off like attacking
Yeah,
because
yeah.
every interviewer asks her about it as if, does Joe know about this? Did you ask him beforehand?
They're not as
What do you-
smart as Mary Ellen and I.
it does come off a little bit like sour grapes when you don't win. And your book is called 107 Days, and, basically you spend the book revealing off-the-record conversations, and you say things about people that are not the most flattering. And I think that's...
And now, how are you ever going to talk to her again knowing she's not going to put something in a book?
Right, I wouldn't talk to her. I wouldn't answer her phone calls. You'll end up in the book.
That's what all politicians do. Though.
I'm
They
sure
all
Obama's
talk
not
like
happy
that.
with her.
Oh, certainly
I'm sure
not.
Obama's not happy with her.
I bet he's not
Putting that in the
unhappy.
book.
Well, he's so reserved in his statements.
I like reserved people.
Do you?
I do.
Yeah.
But you don't vote for him.
I think that's a good way to go.
That's true.
Yeah. No, we like a good person who says nutty things out
Yeah,
there. That's
well,
what we vote
it's
for.
Out there.
Yeah, just out there and
Yeah.
throwing it out.
Yeah.
Just saying
no,
whatever.
no.
Yeah.
See,
That's the way this country's
I guess
where
the
we are
majority.
right
I'm
now.
not with them though.
No, that's where we aren't right now.
No, we like that.
Yeah, I know, but we're not like that.
No, not reserved. We don't want
No.
that. You're reserved. We just turn you off. Click that thing right off. We don't want anything to do with that. Well, here's a fun story, I think.
All right.
Martha Stewart. claims. Oh yeah, Martha. I always like when Martha gets back.
Send her
at me.
back to jail.
No. Now
Sorry.
see, we'd vote for her for president, I bet, because she's got that
Did
prison.
she get put in prison for tax evasion?
No. It's because they said she misled people under oath, but she wasn't in prison long. Anyway,
6 months.
well, listen.
Well, she
Why'd
did-
they even put her in prison? Martha Stewart.
They didn't
Come
like her. She was-
It was a political thing.
She did a lot of good when she was in prison. She taught them how to knit
She
and
did,
to
she
make
did.
stuff.
Oh, well,
She did.
fair enough, I
Yeah.
guess.
Entrepreneurial.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Martha Stewart claims. But people will see. Isn't that sad? Once you go to prison, that's the first thing that comes to people's mind. You can't talk about the billions she made with magazines and doilies and cooking.
Oh,
It's
her
prison.
cookbooks. She has
Yeah.
100 cookbooks.
Now it's
Yeah.
Martha Stewart prison. Let's go right to prison. That'll be in the first paragraph. See, Mary Ellen, you were right all those years ago when you said you got to watch what you do in life because you make one mistake and that's what people hop on.
Yes.
Prison.
And you've got to pass out recipes because people do not throw away recipes.
That's exactly right. Another good
That's
bit of
another
advice.
statement.
Yeah.
And
Put them on 3x5 cards.
and everybody is touched by the condition of agriculture.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
It is.
So, Martha Stewart going to prison was not good, even though it was for 6 months. Anyway, Martha Stewart claims that she gets a lot of attention from thirst traps.
From what?
Thirst traps. Now, Matt, do you want to explain what a thirst trap is?
Oh,
This is fascinating. The Martha
okay.
Stewart. Do you know what this is, Glenn?
I have no
Oh,
idea.
I bet
never
there's
heard
some-
of it.
I hadn't heard of it either, but I think it's very
Well,
interesting.
usually women don't fall for it because they're the more intelligent of.
I thought women
of the-
mostly did this.
Yes.
Okay,
Women,
there we go.
Women mostly do it. So,
Okay.
Yeah. So usually it'd be usually it's a scam. First off, I mean, but usually there'll be like you'll be texting somebody and then eventually I don't know, I guess you like exchange pictures of each other because you want to see what each other look like. And then the person who you get who sends you a picture is it's usually of like a beautiful girl, right? And then they basically
Not
just
mine.
take money from you.
No, I thought. Now, see, that's not how it was explained to me.
Okay, well, go
It was
ahead.
explained to me. Well, thank you. It was explained that this is something you put on social media, like Instagram or Facebook, a nice glammed up picture of yourself to get people's attention, so they do try to, want to date you or look at you or whatever. That you get made. It's a trap. That's why it's called a thirst trap. It's not somebody you're already talking to. It's to get somebody to pay
yeah,
attention
That's
to.
what she's been doing.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
But
Yes.
usually it's a scam.
Well, not with Martha Stewart, it's not.
Not a
And she's got
scam
the.
with her.
Anyway, the point
Wait,
is, that's what a
she's-
thirst
wait,
trap is.
she's
We'll never
doing
get.
it?
Well, if we don't get moving, we're
She's
never gonna.
running-
I'm trying to tell you, Matt. Let me get through the story
Okay,
here.
all right.
She says she is not dating anyone, but has a lot of friends that keep her happy at age 84.
Oh, okay.
So there you
What
now.
does that mean?
Well, it's however you want it to go.
However you want to take that. That's
Just
exactly
think
right.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Martha Stewart gets a second act at 84.
Yeah.
I'm going to call Martha up right now.
Well, wait till you. I'll tell you. I saw her picture.
Oh,
this.
she looks good.
Yeah,
There you
she
go.
does.
She's-
She looks really good.
she's-
She's always been so attractive, I thought.
I don't
Wasn't she
know what she
as
looks
a
like.
youngster, wasn't she like a model or a...
I think
was.
she started out as a model.
Yeah, she's always been
Yeah.
pretty.
But at 84, let it hang out. If you want to put out a
Yeah,
thirst trap,
do
what's
whatever
the
you
problem?
want to. at
Yeah,
84.
I think that's
yeah.
fine. Good for Martha Stewart.
Yeah. Well,
Usually
know,
they're scams though. Don't fall for thirst traps.
she takes these suggestive pictures. Very suggestive.
Well, that's yes, and I think
Does she
there you
really?
go. That's what it was. And I
I'm going to
think
start doing that.
and I think that
What'd she do?
Well, you missed it. You can't miss anything on this show.
No, we only do it once.
We only do it once on the show. You got to rewind the
Yep,
tape.
I'll have to go back and watch it.
Oh man, see, it looked in the wrong direction. But no, she puts out these pictures, and so it's not a scam because she's
No.
got her money.
No, she's really doing it.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I understand this time it isn't a scam. I'm just saying usually it's a scam.
But what do you make of Martha Stewart doing? I guess that's the point here.
Well, I mean, good for her, I guess. I don't really have much to say about it. I mean, if that's what she feels like she wants to do with her time, then by all means.
Well, she just came out with her 100th cookbook.
Wow.
Yes.
Do you own any of her
How do you
cookbooks,
even
Mary
have
Ellen?
that many recipes?
I don't have any, but I wish I did. I would kind of like to have at least one.
Hint, hint,
Wasn't
hint.
there a story with you and Martha Stewart? Didn't I remember something with Martha Stewart? Wasn't she a part of a Christmas thing that you did at the White House, or
Yes.
Yes.
Well, she did the, that where they build that thing. What is it? The
Gingerbread House.
yes, gingerbread. She did the gingerbread house at the White House, and we didn't dare touch it.
No.
Yeah.
Did you meet Martha during that?
No,
No.
I did. She wasn't there.
Yeah. But she did. But you lit the tree, and she was the gingerbread.
I lit the tree outside.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I
But
didn't light the tree inside.
But the
no.
But the gingerbread house was inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was,
And Martha Stewart did it.
yes, and it was over there on this big buffet. It was gorgeous, just gorgeous.
I think it's great that Martha's still out. You know, this woman, I have uber respect for Martha Stewart. The woman became a success in business after failures,
Yeah,
went through divorces,
it went through prison.
went
yeah.
through prison, went to
Yeah.
the clink, came out, and the woman is still out there,
She's still popular.
still a star.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Yep. What do you think, Glenn?
I think she's a very intelligent, good-looking woman.
She is.
And it just goes to show you, even though we make light of jail, I think she came out on the good side of that.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really question whether they should have sent her or not.
Yeah, I do too.
There was a-
Oh, you should. It's Martha's. Come on. There's no
No.
need.
I'll tell you, I remember Barbara Walters right before she went to prison asking her, Martha, why do people hate you?
Yeah, I remember.
Hate you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
she did.
And Martha says, well, there are people who dislike everybody. And Barbara goes, not everybody hates them, Martha. I mean, that's a good interview if you watch
Yeah.
that pre-prison interview that Barbara
I
Walters
didn't know
got.
people disliked Martha Stewart.
Oh, they did. They did. Martha, because
Yeah.
her life seemed perfect. And we don't like people who seem perfect.
No.
We want to down them.
We want
Well,
to get their money.
I think she got more popular after she got out of prison.
So do I.
Yeah.
So do I. I think her talk show went up in the ratings.
Yeah.
Or she had her own version of The Apprentice at one point.
Mm-hmm.
I think so too. We've run out of time. Boy, this was a fun episode. Blew right by. All the stuff we talked about. See, this is a very important show. That's why you got to tune in. And tune in next week. Matt Morgan, 40th Treasurer of the United States, Mary Ellen Withrow, Glenn Coble. We're all heading for the dugout. Join us next week.